Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tony.
I'm Emily.
I'm Landon.
I'm John. I was not paying attention.
You weren't. It's okay. You don't have to pay attention. This is the Misconduct podcast, episode number 22.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
No.
22 of these obnoxious things. But we're doing something a little different today as well, even though last week we were doing something different. We are crossing over with our reaction series and doing it on the podcast because we had a lot of requests for this.
Fucking reaction is 16 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a 16-minute reaction, and I had no internet this week, and it just didn't work out. So we're just going to do it together. Now, John and I have seen the trailer already.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do it a little bit different, whereas we actually talk over the trailer as it's going on. You'll be able to see the video footage if you're watching it in video form. I don't know what I'm going to do with the audio yet, but we'll figure that out. No big deal.
Just cut it out.
We'll just cut it out. But we are joined with Landon and Emily on a reaction. Can you believe that? They're normally on the podcast every now and then.
Yeah.
So that's
this is a podcast.
This is a podcast.
Landon's normally on the
But if you're watching it, it might say reaction in the title.
Podcast reaction.
Podcast reaction. So later on, we're going to do a King Kong Spoilercast and talk a little bit about some video game stuff. So catch those other episodes or watch the whole
Catch you outside.
Catch you outside. I almost said it again. Catch it outside when we watch it later. Anyways, let's do the reaction. This is Shadow of War gameplay. Landon hasn't seen it. I'm so excited. Go, baby! So, just for the sake of the audio listeners,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep talking with John over here.
Okay.
You can watch the footage.
All right.
So when we start touching on various subjects, you'll get what we're talking about. So
It's alpha gameplay.
it is alpha gameplay that they showed this week. I was a little.
This is alpha? So how is it coming out in August? Sorry.
I'm assuming it's because they're still working this Nemesis system, and you're seeing that. You can turn it up a little bit if you need to.
By the way, is this Gwendolyn Christie talking?
I don't think it is.
We will be journeying deep behind enemy lines.
No, I think it's that chick that was in the trailer. Though. Sorry, man.
The faux
It sounds like
Galadriel.
her.
Yeah, it does sound a lot like her. And that even when we watched the announcement trailer, I was like, is that Galadriel talking? Like, what's going on there? But yeah, the reason it's probably an alpha, and you're about to see here, is the Nemesis system has been freaking overhauled.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point I'm stressed out
Dude's name is
watching.
Bork the Devoted.
I'm stressed out watching this trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, John. When you sat down, I'm like 16 minutes. Well, like, how much of the Nemesis are they going to show? Watch him walk up here and look at the level right here. Terror Fortress level 192. Okay, and then you're going to see what they're talking about when they're doing a fortress here. So,
Holy crap. Okay.
they have moved on from just being.
Oh, so
just,
obviously you get your ghost powers back at some point.
Well, you had them at the end of the last game.
Yeah, I know, but like in the trailer, they showed him like losing the ghost. Celebrimbor gets ripped away from him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that was the whole thing, and then like he had to get the ring, and that's when he was able to power himself back up.
Well, you're gonna have to. I mean, to tell you the truth, because this game's got to keep playing. This is an end game. I feel here that you're about to see. They can't just like get rid of all the abilities.
I'm just saying, somewhere in the story, you probably lose it immediately because he goes and forges the other ring.
The ring, yep.
And then you have to get him back, and then fight.
And yes.
Is that a Nazgul?
But yeah, it's
a
like a Nazgul
gauntlet.
Yep. And what does it say there? That he's got cursed damage, ring of
A cursed
attack
weapon,
disabled, ring of fire.
necromancer, and immune to fire.
Yeah. So he's got some necromancer abilities. I will
Orcs
say
were never magic users.
everything from Landon's gonna touch on this a lot. Everything from the last game is just like super low key compared to the looks of this game.
Yeah.
You're going from just like straight one-on-one battles and getting help from various people to full-on wars.
Yeah.
Hence the name Shadow of War. But
It's much larger scale than anything we've seen from that game.
it is.
Are you leading an orc army?
Yep. Those are all the people that I'm assuming you have marked at some point. Now there's the leaders and the people behind those leaders. Because what was you put your like brand on them in the last game, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm wondering if it'll be something where like you brand certain leaders and they have this many troops.
It has to be.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then you got to take out these. Like you're gonna eventually build towards these fortresses to overtake. I did watch something on the Giant Bomb does this thing called Unfinished, where they talk about games that are not released yet, and apparently they got a little bit more of a build. There's like 10 or 11 fortresses or something like that you can go after, and that's what you're working towards. And it's like a lot of Middle Earth that they show that you can just go travel across. It's no longer just tied to the gates of Mordor.
See, I can't tell if he's wearing the Ring of Power or not.
He's wearing his ring that he forged.
I didn't.
They talk about it here in a second. We are kind of talking over what she's saying, but she says at one point various times that the new ring that he forged gives him the ability to do this, this, and this.
Well, if they're doing it like Celebrimbor forged another ring, and it's a ring of power, then he might have the power of dominion over others. That's the reason why he's got the whatever branding and all that stuff.
Branding.
Now, yeah, this is alternate history by
far.
Oh
yeah, and I get it. Like that was your biggest gripe with the last game, but I think you overlooked a lot of that once you played it and realized it was a fun game to play.
Well, once I figured like they weren't trying to fit into the Lord of the Rings universe, like the proper thing that Tolkien created.
Yes.
Like they're doing their own thing, obviously.
Get hit with it, bud! Sorry, I'm actually live reacting right there.
Stormbringer.
Here, what's she saying? Point captured. Okay. So yeah, no, it's
You capture different points to get further into the castle.
Yeah,
get into Mordor, obviously.
Look at this dude, man. I gotta say, that is some... Yes! That's what you do if you're a troll, dude. You rip people's heads off.
Is he a troll?
Yeah, I think he was a troll. Or is he just an oversized orc? He looked like a troll.
This part was...
Yes, a little bit of a Breath of the Wild. But yes. And one thing I'm noticing from this trailer is he must be super leveled up, because look at him. He has the option to execute everybody every time after this sequence right here. Like, this is obviously some power-up mode that he does.
Obviously, when the fortress he's attacking is level 192.
Yes, he said Y plus B, which is what you had to build up a combo for in the last game. Oh, God, man. Oh. It looks good. Graphics look about the same, but a little bit better, a little more polished.
They look about the same.
Gameplay looks a little more refined.
I hate his stupid face, by the way.
You hate Talion?
Yes.
It looks a little better in this one.
His eyes
the last
are
one was really annoying.
too far apart. If you look at him, it's like his eyes over here. I'm like, are you a lizard? What the fuck are you?
That part was very cool.
So that's like a take on like the Assassin's Creed 2 double assassination that you had instead of just doing two blades at once.
I wonder if you said Assassin's Creed 2?
Yeah.
Because that game was originally based off Assassin's Creed 2.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, because Assassin's Creed 2 was the first game to introduce that. All the other games do it, like the double assassination. So this right here coming up is something I think is really fascinating. Because we already know the Nemesis system's pretty deep. Just all these different storylines for all of these orcs that you dominate. But the ability to dominate them over time and how they'll help you later in the game is amazing. And they're going to show it right here. I'm going to spoil it for you before you see it. But if you notice up on that tower, there was a guy standing there. That was your ally. This guy comes back from the dead that you just killed.
And he's got the wound.
He's got the wound that you just did. But here you go, because we can't really hear what they're saying.
I remember some of the other orcs used to cheat death too.
Yep. So this guy, since you captured him earlier in the game, he is a sniper, and he's going to help you out. And he just so happened to be there at the right time and takes him out for you. You don't even have to fight him again. So how nice is that? Like I'd be so mad if I just took that guy. I was like, oh, just kidding. Then, oh, wait a second, never mind. Don't have to worry about it. That's awesome. So that's pretty much what she said there.
It really seems like it's kind of everything comes back.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you can do there, but it's apparent that Talion didn't want to, is you can't dominate him because he's fucking dead.
Look at his eyes.
This is interesting.
Yes, this right here. There's
new
armor sets. Look how sexy that looks.
Level 47. So yeah, this guy is this is
way up the pipeline.
This is a late game.
Yeah. So.
Well, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, that's okay.
Keep going.
No, yeah, we're still.
I'll remember.
But you've seen a good portion of what they've upgraded so far. It's more large scale. There's just more different storylines. One thing they did say is a lot of this stuff is now procedurally generated in terms of encounters. They'll touch on it here. It's
like Borderlands meets because of Borderlands generates all those different weapons.
Oh, all the different weapons, but just with people.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's really quite genius. I don't know how they did it, but it's apparent that's what they've been working on these last 3 years because they had the gameplay down.
Yep.
Except for the climbing.
This right here, man. This is just brutal. That poor troll. Is it a troll? It looks like a troll.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All
burning.
One of their big things that they said during this trailer, and I think they said it multiple times, is that like the way that I play it and the way you play it, even if we play it the exact same, it's going to be different.
Yep. Different characters.
We're gonna see different people. Different things are going to happen in the course of the game. So they're making it, every.
Is that a dragon?
Every gameplay.
It's a drake.
Yeah.
And here you go. With your power, you can possess other people's drakes. How fucking cool is that?
I really think it's great, and I'm also really pissed at it.
Oh, yeah, because you're just like, this is not... At this point in the trailer, I was like, wow, I wonder if Tolkien was still alive, what he would think of what he's watching at the moment.
Oh, I'm sure his
like,
son,
holy hell.
Christopher Tolkien, is not thrilled by this at all.
Did the state have to sign off on this, you think? Or is
No,
it just Warner Brothers doing their own thing?
When they bought the rights to it, New Line Cinema bought the rights to it, they got it for a certain amount of time, and
they're not doing because they did do like the War in the North and a couple other games.
Yep.
They did Lord of the Rings Online. Actually, no, Lord of the Rings Online wasn't that Sierra at the time? Sierra Games. That's a way callback.
Oh, golly.
Yes, dude.
See, that's a troll. That's what I think is a troll right there.
Is that a troll?
Yeah.
It's a little big for a troll. I'm just thinking more like the trolls that were in Fellowship of the Ring. Remember when they took that thing down?
Cave troll?
Yeah, cave troll. That's what that guy kind of looked like.
But there are different trolls.
Ooh! I just love that. That was my favorite thing to do in the last game, was just teleport over and just get them with a good headshot.
Headshot.
Bend them to your will. Yes, here you go. Dominate them all. Yes. No, this game looks good. I was already hype with the announcement trailer, and then I saw this, and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing in August. Apparently just playing this game, that's it. And this is where they're walking in here. It's going to show you a little bit of the procedurally generated stuff. They say every one of these chambers is different. You could, like kind of what John touched on, I could walk in here, and it would be a completely different room with a completely different overlord, just depending on the circumstances.
Right, and so obviously your overlord is the leader of this castle. So everything that they do well, goes with the rest of the theme of the castle. So this guy's theme is fire. So you got the fire drake, you got everybody burning up things with like siege engines and stuff. So
yeah,
and
look how awesome
and it does go in and explain it a little later, which you'll see, but. These look
the facial animations on these damn things, man.
And these look very intense.
Yes. Yeah, they've done a lot of work with this game.
That's a troll.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he looked a lot like the other guy, though.
The Olga High.
He's got 3 or 4 fingers. So.
Which doesn't make any sense, but okay.
And he's got a flamethrower.
Oh, baby. I'm going to shoot you with this. Don't you know? Yeah. Do you like that? That's what I would do.
Don't you know?
That's what I would do if I was like, here's my thrower. I will throw it at you. Oh, and there's that fire that Johnny was talking about. Flames everywhere.
Defeat the Overlord. Interesting. Okay.
That's an interesting new, dodge skill through the legs, too.
Yeah, I like that.
On bigger creatures.
Yeah.
One thing I'm getting a vibe from with this game is it's very tower defense-y in a way, like territory-based. I take this territory, I move on to the next one, and the other one can get attacked and taken over.
This just looks like a first-person RTS. Not third person.
Third person, yeah. Which is cool, because it gives you a reason to, you could probably run through this and just do the story and have a good story experience, but then play this after the fact if you just really enjoyed just the different things. Like, if I just wanted to keep living in their version of Middle Earth, I could do that. And the last one was kind of that way.
Well, this seems like it's setting you up to take down Sauron and set yourself up as a Dark Lord.
Which, spoiler alert,
because you're
probably not going to happen. I'm not going to take down Sauron. I don't think they'll.
It could happen.
You think they're going to just
if they're going to this is what they're doing, alternate timeline, then yes, it could absolutely happen.
Or Sauron's just a title. Just kidding.
It's not.
I was just kidding.
I was just kidding.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
So here's another prime example of somebody you dominated earlier in the game coming to your aid. He busted through the castle door and started helping you out. Ooh, stabbed him in the leg, dog. It's gone now.
Chop the leg.
Oh, these games are so gory, and I love it. This is like gory Batman.
Gory Batman.
Because it plays just like the Batman game.
Yuck.
It was
icky.
This is funny.
overkill.
The flag right on his face.
This is my tower. It's really. I can't tell you enough, people. If you couldn't tell in my announcement reaction,
Region cap. Yep. Okay.
I had a raging nerd boner. And now even more so, I'll just turn, just because this is awkward. This game is amazing. I don't really have one. Don't
This is good.
That'd be awkward if that was the case. But no, I am very excited.
Yeah.
So now you've beaten this fortress and it's yours. So now you can take your captured people and people under your will, and you can make a leader of this
A war chief.
yeah
Okay.
this area for you, and the castle will go with whatever their theme is too.
Yeah.
So like that guy's a beast master, so he's gonna have animals all over the place if you go with
choose him. Yep.
right.
And then that's the guy that helped you.
Yeah.
So naturally, they're going to choose him because, hey, you helped me out, dog. You're the leader now.
And so he gets some new armor, and the castle
Look at that
changes.
Nemesis system, man. That looks so cool. I love this right here when they do the whole outro sequence. Like, bro, you didn't kill him. I'm Stallion, but whatever. You can take all the credit. You see all those people running towards it? Like, I'm gonna eat it. It's tasty.
I want to eat that face.
Oh, that fresh look good. So,
Yeah, it suddenly looks like Gondor all of a sudden. Like the fortress is like gold and white.
how weird would that be? There's, you come to this tower full of orcs and Uruk-hai, and they're not aggressive. They're really friendly. They're like, there's something really weird going on here. Oh no, they're just possessed by Talion and Celebrimbor. No big deal.
All right, yep. You see that right there? The green? That's Minas Morgul. You're going to be able to go there. That's the Tower of the Ring Wraiths. You're going to be able to take on the... Yep. Yeah, you're going to take on Sauron. You're absolutely going to do it.
For the Bright Lord.
Yes.
For the Bright Lord, they call him. Okay.
For
Instead of the Dark Lord.
Army.
Pre-order bonus.
Yeah, you got to throw that in at the end always. Oh, that's dope.
For legendary Orc champions.
I got to give
And
it
the
up
epic
to
Sword of
Warner
Dominion.
Brothers with this one. It's a great looking game.
I'm going to play it.
I'm definitely going to play that game. It didn't need much, though. I needed an announcement trailer, and that was it. If they would have given me the old game, I probably would have been fine. But if anything, I'm more stressed out about this game, having to figure out how to make all this shit work. Because, I mean, that's a lot of thinking.
You ready for another 30-plus hour game?
It's going to be more than that from what I see.
More than that. I guess I am. I mean, because
I'm not.
I'm knocking out that Wildlands right now, and that game's fucking long as hell. Yeah, I want it. What do you think, Landon?
I am optimistic. I'll love the game, and I'll hate the lore that they've made. Because there's this is completely off topic, but it's I guess it's on topic.
No, it's on topic. It's
there was an article, someone was trying to explain, the artifacts and stuff you can get in the old game. People were explaining, you'll find a piece of Longbottom leaf, which is tobacco, and because Sauron sold it all to the hobbits. I'm like, motherfucker, no, that's not right. It's this is gonna get everyone they're gonna get there's gonna be these Lord of the Rings nerds oh yeah, I totally know something. No, it's in the game world, sure, but no, that's not how it all works.
It's like people playing Assassin's Creed thinking they know history or something.
Yeah.
But it's cool that it's in the universe.
And it's much more. Yeah, it's terrible for me to be no, you're way wrong. I know more than you about Tolkien, but
you do.
Still.
You're a Lord of the Rings hipster. It's okay. These two are getting married on what is it? Tolkien's anniversary.
Yeah. Wedding day. Yeah.
My goodness, though. I mean, these two, and I forgot to do it again. I didn't bring up the Holy Book of Tolkien. I was going to put it on the table, but these two are going to be I solemnly swear to the ring wraiths of all and Sauron himself. Just kidding, Gandalf. It's all about Gandalf. Who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character? Go!
It's Gandalf.
So I knew that one. So we give that one a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
That's a new thing. Is everything's
all right. Should I close this up?
Yeah, you can close it down. I mean, final impressions. I want it.
Yep.
I need it. I know John. John said that was all he needed, right?
That was what I needed to see. I mean, you can throw a cinematic trailer at me all day, and I'm like, cool. But then if you show me that, $60 coming your way.
$60. You said you need to see more. Or you sold?
I'm sold.
You good to go? Are you going to play Shadow of Mordor now?
That's the beginning of the semester, so probably not. But
he's getting there.
Oh no,
summer
we
game.
can get Shadow of Mordor. That's the first one. You should play that.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor.
Gotcha.
It's
Not
much shorter.
Shadow of Mordor. Okay.
It was 2014.
Yeah.
I think when that game came out. So it's
really good.
Has she played the
What is
Batman
it?
games?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Yeah, you got some work to do.
It's good except for the climbing.
Except for the climbing. So yeah, no, I'll just do a quick plug. Just let us know what you thought of the Shadow of War gameplay trailer in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that. We're going to move on to the next podcast topic. Let's do Destiny while I go hit that metering timer because I know Johnny wanted to rage for a second.
All right. So as we know, Destiny 2 is coming out this year.
Who cares though?
That's pretty much where we're getting to, because Destiny was a very beloved game for at least me, and I mean I know Tony and
Alan liked it.
Yeah, everybody played it. So the big thing with what Destiny said, this is a 10-year model. Whatever you do in Destiny 1 comes over. Everything's you bring it all together.
I worked at GameStop at that time, and they're like, "Yeah, this is gonna be a 10-year game. Everything you do carries over."
Right,
and that's why they did
that was a talking
PlayStation.
point that they told us to do that.
That was it. Whatever you start here, bring it on with you for the rest of the time.
And to me, it was so confusing at the time because I'm just like, what are they gonna do? Make an arena shooter? Like, how's that gonna last like 10 years? And then I didn't realize they were doing the whole RPG thing.
We get the vanilla Destiny. We play it. We're like, okay,
there's on the Kool-Aid.
There's a little bit more here we can do. Oh, there's a $20 DLC coming out. Mm-hmm. I'll get it. Oh, it's 2 missions and a raid.
Yeah,
okay,
whatever.
Not bad.
I'm still.
Another one's coming. Is it the same thing? Yeah, it's 2 missions and a raid.
2 missions and a raid. No,
okay.
Actually, no raid in the second one. Remember?
Oh, that's true. It was
It was that arena.
It was like a trial
shit, the
arena.
3v3 or whatever. Yeah,
yep.
like Trials of Osiris or something.
So you get that, and then they were like, "Here's a bigger one."
That was like a year later.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, here's another one."
Yeah.
So you've already spent what?
Oh,
close to $200.
Yeah, $150, $200.
$200 in this game. You put countless hours into it.
Years and months of my life.
Yeah,
just gone.
And they're like, "Oh, Destiny's 2 coming. Destiny 2's coming out."
Yeah.
Aren't you excited?
I think so. I might jump back in it, John.
Oh, well, guess what?
Can I bring my character over?
You can bring your character.
Oh my god, all my gadgets?
No.
What? Why not?
You want to bring your weapons?
Yeah, dude.
You can't.
Why?
You want to bring your
weapons,
armor
John.
and stuff? You want to bring all that with you? No, you can't.
No.
You want to know what you can bring with you?
What?
This is what they said. You can bring your face, which you probably haven't seen because you're wearing a helmet the whole time. You haven't seen. I
haven't seen my blue face.
You haven't seen the face in 2 years. You want to know what else you can bring over?
What's that?
Your memories of the first game.
My memories?
You can bring over the memories.
Is that literally what they said?
Yeah.
That's a finger to the gamers.
You can bring over your memories and your
Oh, that made
the memories you made with your friends. You can bring.
I already have those. Okay, I already have those. I don't need to bring them over. I'll remember those.
And everyone, all you guys are asking me, like, you still doing that stupid Activision ban, like the protest? Yeah, I'm doing it still for this reason. You guys are getting fucking screwed over. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna play it still, aren't you? You're still gonna buy it?
No.
I'm out.
All right.
I don't think I can afford the time anymore. I gave up on Destiny a long time ago after like Taken King. I gave Taken King like a shot for a couple weeks, and I'm like, nah, I can't do this anymore.
When you tell me you can bring all this stuff over, just kidding. You can just bring your memories. Nah, bye.
Fucking eat shit.
Yeah.
Eat shit and die. No, that's not good. I'm not a fan.
There's actually one more thing that I was going to share, but
no, go for it. Let's get it out of the way.
It just really doesn't make sense. And what really also doesn't make sense is the whole time everybody's like, you got the first $20 2-mission raid, so it brings you a new raid. All that gear goes up to level cap, and they're like, oh, that other raid that we did, you can still play it. Nothing really bumps up.
That was just the dumbest thing.
So then they go to the next one, your second raid, or
Trials of Osiris,
your second trial or whatever goes, and it's got level gear that caps up to it. The other two that you've played before don't really do anything. Nope. So now they were like, we're gonna make the newest one, which this comes after whatever I forgot.
Wolf King or Wolf
whatever it was that I played for 10 minutes and haven't played it since.
You were hyped too.
Yeah, they're like, this is the Age of Triumph. You remember all the raids? You can go back and do that and get gear specific stuff that levels up to the cap.
Oh, Right when you announce that, I can't bring that shit
Right.
over in Destiny 2.
Does not make any sense. What are you doing?
You literally just told me not to play that game for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Until Destiny 2 came out. Because
Yeah.
you know what? My friendship experiences are coming with me.
What are you gonna do? Oh, I want to go back and play that and get some level gear.
For no reason.
Yep.
That's cool.
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't that be the first thing you did?
Like, that's the one thing about, like, WoW. WoW, I mean, they gave you the reason to play the game and gave you new stuff to get.
Yeah.
But they let you bring over your freaking character, even if he wasn't up to par. They're like, here, yeah, catch up. This is what you're gonna.
Their reasoning was the world is ever evolving in Destiny, and so does your gear. New things are being discovered.
Evolves.
By
New
leaving it
things are being
behind.
discovered from different planets. You're getting new tech. Cool.
That's
but
a
I
cool
can't bring
story,
my
bro.
thorn over, and I haven't been able to use my thorn in 2 years.
Thorn was my boy. Thorn was so much better than the last word,
Oh,
even in PvP.
thorn was the best weapon
Thorn was-
ever.
You would shoot somebody. and it
Here's
would
a
just be
random
clean.
thing. I think Bungie should be talking to Blizzard and not fucking Activision.
Yeah,
Like,
their counsel is not wise. Like, come on.
Bungie's like, hey, how about Activision? What should we do?
They're like-
oh, well, fuck the rest of the players that have spent, $130, for $40. Make it a new game, and none of their stuff carries over. And all the promises we've made, get rid of them. We don't need those promises anymore.
Oh, but your face can come over.
Yeah,
And your memories.
character, the memories that you made, spending so much time. Yeah.
Playing this game that won't.
So needless to
over.
say, we hate Activision even more now. We will not be playing
Shitty
Destiny 2.
company.
That way of thinking works with Call of Duty because you can throw one out there and be like,
Yeah.
oh, we're done with this. Here's the
yeah.
next one.
Yeah, this is new weapons.
Something
and
that you had a 10-year plan for, and you're just like,
they screwed up in the first two.
let's sweep this under the rug. Here's a new one. Here's a new one.
Oh,
You're going to love it.
Destiny. When did that game come out? 2014 or
2014.
Golly, that was a long time ago.
3 years.
You
of
know
that.
what?
3 years of your life.
I didn't even go to school that day to play that game.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's how you know it's official.
Bet you're thrilled about that choice.
No.
What did you think of the recent Destiny announcements? Let us know in the comments. Keep plugging that. Oh, wait, baby! I'm going to do a little plug here before we move on to the Kong fiasco. Just because we haven't really touched on it. This is the Game Misconduct podcast. We do this a little bit different over here now. We are releasing it parts 1 through 3, Monday through Wednesday, over on our YouTube channel. And then the full podcast in video form on Thursday. But you know what? If you're like, Tony, I want to hear the whole podcast. I don't want to wait till Thursday. You can do that.
Yeah.
Unless I upload the wrong file.
Then
and
you
it's-
can-
and it
then you
cuts
can
out
listen
after
to 12 minutes of it.
You can listen to 12 minutes of it, like the first part, and then wait like the rest. Sorry, I screwed up last week if you listen to the audio podcast. But no, we will be releasing it on Monday in audio form on all podcast services with the exception of Spotify. So go on over there.
Which Alan has given up on that, so we should.
Yeah.
We don't even need to talk about Spotify
Yeah,
anymore.
we're just we're not even gonna talk about it. So that's the news I just wanted to share with people because this is a podcast that we're doing here. Up to this point, it's
The
just been a
podcast.
reaction video. So, on to the next topic.
Yeah, King Kong.
We
We all saw it yesterday.
Came
saw
out.
that for the first time since the podcast. We've all seen the same movie
Yep.
and been sitting at the same table
Yep.
the next day,
Yep.
and we can spoil the hell out of it. So listen right now.
So if you don't want to hear spoilers, fucking
it off
leave.
now.
Turn it off. And that's why we planned it this way, You got to listen to most of the podcast. Now leave.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Go watch Kong and then
Yeah,
come
go
back.
watch Kong, and then you'll get to appreciate it with us because, boy, was this a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was a pleasant surprise for me. I'll get my interpretation out of the way first, and then you guys can move on to yours. I was expecting to like it, but at the same time, not really think that I was going to love it. I think I'm close to loving it. I wouldn't say that I'm full-blown loving it, but I enjoyed most of that movie. There were some parts where I was just like, this is kind of stale, kind of cheesy, but as soon as it got going, it was popcorn flick. It was awesome. The monkey was huge.
That's what giant
And
monster
not
movies
as big
should
as
be.
it can be.
Yes, not as big as it can be. But yes, no, like you said, it felt like a real monster movie. So that's what I thought about it. What about you, Emily?
I'll be honest and say that I'm not as big a monster person, especially as Landon, but it looked interesting, especially after you guys' react. But I wanted to enjoy it with you guys, and it was a lot of entertainment and fun. So.
Yeah, that is the one thing, because you said in our reaction, you're like, oh man, I wish I could see that movie with you guys. And yeah, guess what? She did. Can you believe that? That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
Glad you could make it.
My turn? Or John?
Let's
Go
go
for it.
John,
Let's do
because
John.
Landon is the kaiju master of the table, so we don't want to.
I was very impressed with it. It was a lot different than Godzilla. You know, Godzilla, we was just like, there's a big monster. Is it evil? I don't know. And then you're like, oh, it saved us at the end.
That's nice.
Like, this one was just kind of like all these other monsters in place already. And, you know, I don't know. It was just really good. I was very, very impressed. I don't know if there are parts of it that I liked that I preferred in Godzilla. But
Like what?
I'd say the atmosphere was better
Yeah.
in Godzilla.
Yeah, it was much more dark. That's for sure.
Godzilla was a lot more dark. I felt like, I don't know. I felt like we saw
And they cast Godzilla more
of,
into a hero role.
yeah,
than
than they
Kong.
did Kong. Kong kind of got that towards the end
Yep.
once everybody realized that Samuel L. Jackson
god.
was wrong.
Damn it, Sam! How dare you?
You wasted that whole movie.
Hold on to your butts.
Again,
She pointed that out at the end of the movie.
there's a
little
nice Jurassic Park reference.
Yep. One of my
But-
favorite movies.
It was good. I would, you know, I'm
gonna buy it.
I'm happy to see where this is going.
Well, it's a spoiler cast. We should talk about where it's going.
Well, it's
Let's
going.
get your take first, and then we'll
All right.
talk about
Yeah.
where it's going.
All right.
Lando.
First off, fantastic that it did not follow the old formula of King Kong. Of
Yes.
we're gonna go film a fucking movie on this stupid Skull Island, and then we're gonna take the giant gorilla back to New York, and he's gonna die. Wonderful they didn't follow
He's gonna
that.
die.
There's like 6 different King Kong movies. There's the 1930s, the 1940s, the 1950s, all the way up to Peter Jackson's. If you want to see the original Kong movie, watch one of those.
Yeah. Even
this is-
Jackson's was
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I thought
Jackson's-
Jackson was decent.
Jackson's was great for the hour and 30 minutes they were on Skull Island. As
Yeah.
soon as it gets to New York, who gives a shit?
Yeah, they should have just left it.
Secondly, so yeah, great, fantastic that they decided
Did a
not to
different
do that.
take, yep.
The
Although
monsters,
They did have nods to it.
yeah, they did have nods to it, like the
Filming.
there's some filming and picture taking and all that stuff, but it wasn't like we were going there specifically to go film a movie. The monsters, they showed that this island supports gigantic monsters, and they finally kind of showed up where they're going to take where the giant monsters come from with the Hollow Earth theory, which was actually a theory in the 1940s and like the journey to the center of the earth and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Not 1940s, earlier
Yeah.
than that, 1800s.
That's a really cool touch.
So liked that. So they kind of doing it like a pseudo-scientific. Oh, this is where the giant monsters come from, and then the skull crawlers.
Yes.
So
Those are awesome.
there was one. They said, "Don't wake up the big skull crawler." So could they get bigger than that? I don't know. Maybe that's a good giant monster design. So it's
it was so interesting looking
Yeah.
with like the
Yeah.
3 legs and it was just
Well, it's like
terrifying.
the leg
two
and the
legs
tail.
Yeah, leg and a tail. Yeah.
And it was a kind of fun thing when they called them the skull crawlers because like they had the skulls, but their eyes were right behind the fake eyes. So
That would
that's
be a
actually
cool
kind of like that's
evolution.
actually kind of.
Is that their official name just because John C. Reilly thought it was cool?
Yeah.
Definitely skull.
It's like, I thought it was cool.
But now that I said it out loud,
Talk about him. He was a pleasant surprise in that movie.
Yeah.
He was great.
He
in
wasn't
that movie.
the stereotypical John C. Reilly. Like, he
No.
was, but he was just the right amount of it.
Yeah.
Kind of funny, and they had good amount of comedy in the movie.
I was worried
So-
at first because the very first, 15 minutes of the movie, I could tell they were trying to start doing it. And I'm like, this is not hitting right. And then as soon as the movie started going, I'm like, is that a monkey? From that
Yep.
moment forward, it was funny. And
Yeah.
it was just right.
Oh, I don't know if that the monkey moment was funny, and then when he destroys their entire helicopter, it's not so funny.
No,
But-
no. I don't condone the murder of military officials, but they were being dicks, dropping bombs on that
Yeah.
place. Come on now.
Well, it was interesting also to see the formation of Monarch, because
I don't know about Monarch.
so in Godzilla, Monarch is a government association that has kind of just fallen. They're kind of underground now, and so they find they knew Godzilla existed during the 1950s, and that's actually what what's his name, big guy,
John Goodman.
John Goodman's character was mentioning. He actually talked about the 1953 nuclear attacks or tests in the
And
islands.
he was talking about.
Yeah, he was talking about Godzilla. He was like, we were trying to kill something. No one talks about it. He was the only survivor.
So
'Cause
he
attacked-
saw Godzilla.
He saw Godzilla, and that's when he said Godzilla destroyed their
That's when he's
ship.
talking to Jackson after.
He said
Okay.
Godzilla destroyed their ship. He was the only survivor, and they tried to kill Godzilla with the nuclear bombs. And he's like, I know giant monsters exist, and that was the formation. That's when Monarch finally gets the funding it needs to continue going on.
Because alien.
Kind of a
speakers
dick
are
move on
crazy.
his part, though, to know that there's probably going to be danger there, and he sends all those people off to their deaths, possibly.
Yeah, and that's
Without even saying
well, it's a dick
anything about
move,
it.
but he was doing it because he knew that they were there, and he wanted the funding to find them. He wanted to kill King Kong, obviously, but so yeah, that was interesting to see. If you're digging into the lore, that Monarch was almost failing during the Vietnam War, and after this, it gets bigger because at the end of that movie, Monarch is talking about.
Yeah.
What the other monsters.
You stay
they
for the
found.
post-credit scene.
Yeah, stay for the
definitely
post-credit
stay.
scene.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So,
There's like a pre-post credit thing and then like a post credit
They must have
thing.
taken all those photos that Brie Larson took the whole movie. I was really bummed because at times she's sitting here just like looking at it through her camera lens. I'm like, take some pictures. She's like watching Kong fight the skull crawler, and she's just like, I'd be like, holy crap! You see what's going on
It's
right now?
filmed though. You have to worry about it. It's
I know.
film
We don't have
cameras.
rapid
Yeah.
DSLRs back in 1974 or whenever this was. By the way, let's talk about her, baby. Brie Larson was in top form. I can't wait for Captain Marvel.
It's gonna be good.
I'll just watch any movie with her in it, man. She's gorgeous. Have you guys seen Room?
No.
Great movie. She won an Academy Award for it. You should see it. It's good. It's good. But anyways, yes, Brie Larson. And I want to shout out that I predicted that tomato score. I was right on it. What's
You
it sitting
were.
at right now? 79? I predicted
Something.
78, man. That was a first for me because I'm normally really wrong. Except for that Wonder Woman reacts. I'm going to be right 25%. Yeah.
I would agree with you. I'm going to say that.
50%'s generous, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if I saw 50%. Maybe it is good. Maybe it has some watchable elements, unlike Suicide Squad. We're not going to talk about Suicide Squad, even though we always find a way to get back to it. Anyways, no. Keep talking. Yeah, King Kong. Great.
So,
Brie Larson, my
should we
favorite.
talk about the post-credit scenes? then?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
So, the post-credit scenes, they show Godzilla in like a cave painting, which, yeah, we know Godzilla exists in this universe.
Yep.
They also show Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, which is Godzilla's arch nemesis, and actually shows Godzilla fighting Ghidorah, like in a burning, like in the middle of the mountains. So this is Legendary's Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is what they're setting up, and they're doing it right. Instead of DC, they're not like rushing things out. They're doing it. They're setting it up right. And as a giant Godzilla fan, I am super excited because if this movie continues to do well, they're going to be like, yeah, let's just keep on making them because yeah.
Were you going to touch on something?
Well, I had a question actually, not knowing anything about this stuff. So, are the cave paintings that's already happened?
Yes.
Okay.
This is.
I didn't know if it was like a prophecy.
So
sort of
the
thing.
whole monarch thing is they say that ancient humans knew that these things existed and worshipped some of them, and that's what you saw in King Kong. Like they worshipped the Kongs as their gods that protected them from the other giant monsters, and so. Yeah, if they're going at all from original Godzilla movies, you'll find Mothra on another island called Infant Island. Rodan, I don't know where Rodan's going to come from, but he's usually on like a giant mountain. Maybe he's sleeping somewhere.
Which one's Rodan?
He was the giant pterodactyl. They showed
gotcha.
one of those. Yep. And Mothra is obviously the moth, and
Right.
then the King Ghidorah is the
The
three-headed
three-headed one.
monster.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say for the first time I'm going to appreciate in a movie when there's two villains. And that's going to be the next Godzilla movie. And I feel like they're going to feature those two villains. That's kind of why they showed them. I'd love to see two beatdowns of monsters in a film. If you did Mothra.
What I'm guessing is going to happen is that somehow Monarch knows that King Kong's out there, and they said Kong is still growing. The next movie is going to be finishing off the King Kong aspect of them going to take Kong and bring him back to New York to study him, and he's going to break out, and Godzilla's going to come and try and fight him. At that point, I don't know what happens.
You think that's Godzilla 2 though? Because Godzilla 2 comes out first, doesn't it?
It's King Kong versus Godzilla, then Godzilla
Oh,
2.
really? I thought it was Godzilla 2 first.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was.
I got the order
I thought it
wrong.
was that way.
Interesting. So then it'll be those ones. Awesome. No. It's
I don't know.
real.
Like King Kong seems like he's going to get his ass kicked. That's why I think they're going to introduce a third monster. I think it's going to be King Kong Godzilla versus
Do you think they
someone
kill King
else.
Kong?
It could be.
Because, they like to murder King Kong in cinema
Yeah.
history. No, this man right here, we were like the only people that stayed for the post credits. Because I don't think people were expecting it with a movie like that. But this dude over here was nerding out. Mothra?
Yep.
He was like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's the same feeling I got when I got out of Pacific Rim. I was like,
You're just
that,
like,
yes.
I was telling him, it's just like you stay for Marvel post-credit scenes, and it's like all these people staying, and they're super excited, and they know the characters, and then there's us, and Landon's the only one that knows the character. Yeah. But at least they gave you a nod if you're a fan of the films and all that. So,
well, that you were mentioning, like, it's great entertainment. That's what a good giant monster movie should be. It should be just dumb entertainment.
Shouldn't have to think
and
about
you shouldn't
it.
think about it too much. But if you want to, there's like these bits of lore and stuff that's great.
It's kind of like watching an Alien movie or a Predator movie. Like, it's not fun to be like, oh, well, let's just get deep into the lore. No, the best Alien and Predator movie, 1 and 2, maybe 2 aliens, is when they're just getting hunted by this damn thing. What do you got over there, Tony?
Next film in the universe, Godzilla King of Monsters.
Oh, okay.
So they're going
In 2 years, March 22nd, 19. And then the next year, in May, we get Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah, so I feel like he's going to take down some other monsters first. That's why they showed those.
He's not going to attack. Mothra's always been an ally if they continue on. Mothra's always been an ally, except for 2 or 3 movies that Godzilla's fought Mothra. And usually it's like
they don't even have like a battle at first.
Yeah, they do. In the old ones, it's usually like Godzilla comes to destroy Tokyo. They found the egg of Mothra. It hatches and then fights off Godzilla, and they're like, "Oh, Mothra saved us!"
Oh, no, Papa.
And
sorry.
So.
Mothra. Yeah. So we were all excited for
the big
King
one's
Kong.
It's Ghidorah. That's the big nemesis. He's bigger than Godzilla. Has always like made him bleed. He's like one of the only monsters that made Godzilla bleed in the old films. So yeah,
that's awesome. So yeah, all excited. Everybody liked it.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Ready for the next one?
Yeah, very much so.
I know this guy is. This guy's just gonna be. I'm surprised you weren't there opening day for Kong, but. You know,
I thought it was going to be good. I didn't think
it was going to be great.
I never go to opening films until I get some general
input.
Yeah.
Well, with those movies, you really don't need it though. I feel like even if it came out 50%, you'd probably still want to see it.
I'd just go see it, but like that's the same thing like Cloverfield. It got kind of a sort of sequel, but didn't do that well enough to get another one, like another giant monster movie thing. And Pacific Rim.
We saw Cloverfield together, the second one.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Cloverfield Lane one supposed to be sort of a sequel?
Yeah.
It was.
And there's a third one that's going to be coming out. It might tie the two together in some way.
Okay.
But
that was another one John Goodman was in.
Yeah. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I know.
He used to be so big, and he's looking good now.
Yeah.
Then he's getting eaten. Or smashed by
he got eaten.
Kong.
He got ate.
Kong was not holding back.
He got ate by the skull.
Oh, that's right, the skull.
Yeah.
But Kong was full on chomping on people in this
He ate one guy in the helicopter.
Yeah, he liked that taste of meat.
That was a good cut.
He stepped on.
That was clever.
he stepped on some.
Yeah. And he crushed Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
You die, mother.
Sam was a little off his rocker in that movie, but it's okay.
He played
a good little villain.
well.
He played the I want to kill things, crazy military guy.
And he sold me as a military guy.
Staring Kong down across with the torch.
You kind of got that at the beginning, when he's kind of sad that the war's ending and
we didn't lose the war, we abandoned it.
Yeah, and then he gets that call and he's like, "Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll keep
people are
fighting."
quite pissed off.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Poor Billy's dad over there, man. He was really excited to go back home, and
that was
died.
that was real sad.
That guy's the actor, he had a terrible Southern accent.
Yeah,
he was really bad.
Hey, is that a monkey?
Is that a monkey? Oh my goodness. So. Now, what did you think of Kong? Here we go. We're plugging some more. Put that in the comments below. That movie was great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all recommend it over here at Game Misconduct. Even Alan recommends. Alan was like, yeah, it was good. So, this seems like a great point to wrap up this week's podcast. It's been a little bit of a long one than normal, but that's because we had a lot to cover, man. And it's nice. But if you didn't know, the Game Misconduct podcast is available on all podcasting services with the exception of Spotify. Also over on YouTube. We release it Monday through Wednesday in 3 parts, and then the full podcast on Thursday. So if you can't wait till Thursday, just go download the podcast, and I'll swear I'll put the whole freaking audio in there. I feel so bad about that. I'm glad you found it.
I'm sorry.
It was actually Emily.
That's good. I mean, I can't believe it because it's the same file as the video podcast. Because when you said that, I went and checked the video. I'm like, did the video cut out after 12 minutes? And it was fine. So something weird must have happened in the post. But we'll fix that. Don't worry about it. Sorry if you were an audio fan and you had to come look at our beautiful faces. We also have a mean social media game over here. We got them GIFs strong, baby. GIFs,
Hi.
GIFs, whatever you want to call them. Johnny Pickles at the end runs the @GamerMisconduct Twitter
Those
account.
memes.
Those memes.
Dope
Dank memes.
Dank memes. What is your Twitter account?
Johnny Pickles 89.
It's above your head, I swear.
Yeah.
I put it there. What about you, Lana?
Brass Nunky.
Funky Nunky.
That
You?
Funky
You
Nunky.
have one now, too.
Yeah.
You retweet our stuff.
Yeah.
You're real sweet.
M for magical.
M for
E-M
magical.
for magical.
I'm going to try to put it above her head if Landon has it. Do
Oh,
you have it in
right,
the drive?
yeah.
I think you do have it in the drive. And then mine's T_crossbow. Also, go check out our Instagram, game_misconduct. We do post on there as well. And the other guys' Twitters and all that are down there
In the description.
in the description. But until next time, this has been the Game Misconduct Podcast, episode number 22. Full of
Yeah.
spoilers, full of reactions, full of interpretations on how shitty Activision is.
Yep.
And until next time, thanks for watching.
Don't play Destiny.
Bye.